Yesterday was by far the worst day of my entire journey so far. I had a really bad episode of overeating. I would classify it as binging, even though I didn't really go. I went off plan a little bit towards the end of the day, but for the most part, it was just eating tons of food. I could not stop myself, and that's why I would call it a binge, because for me it's more like a mindset and feeling out of control with food, and that's exactly how I felt. Oof. I did not want to come on camera today, and it feels like it's been forever since I've been on camera, even though it's really only been a few days. But going from filming every single day to, I don't know, now like a few times a week, it just feels a little bit awkward. But I have so much like just shame and guilt and embarrassment whenever I overeat. So this morning my weight was like 3 pounds higher than it has been, and it just brings me down so much. I know I didn't gain 3 pounds of fat because I definitely didn't eat like 10,000 calories. Realistically, I probably only ate around 3,000, maybe more, a little bit more. I wasn't counting my calories, but if I just had to like reflect, that's what I'd estimate. I felt so full. I felt so uncomfortable. It was like all day long, I just couldn't stop eating. Like I would finish my meal and then I'd be like, okay, I'm done. And then I would like, okay, I just need like a little bit more and just like a little bit more. And it was just never ending. And all the way up until before I went to bed, I was eating like dates. I have a container of dates in the fridge that I've had for months and not even touched. It wasn't even open. And then last night I ate like probably a quarter of it. It's a big container, and they weren't even that good. Like they're not great snacking dates. They're better for like putting in smoothies or just putting in things, but it's just like I could not stop eating. I was not hungry at that point. I basically feel like dog shit today, physically and just mentally and emotionally. Whenever I do this, it erodes at my trust even more. And then it just makes it harder for me to like stay on track. And I can't stop thinking about food. So actually yesterday, I thought I was going to go out and buy food. I was thinking about it all day. I was like, I can't wait until my partner gets home and I just need to get out of the house and go get food. Like that was my plan. And then when he got home, like it's just all this, we don't see each other much. So like we want to talk and hang out, and we have to get him ready for bed, which is a whole ordeal. And then by the time he went down to sleep and transferred, and I was like, oh, I can't like leave the house now. And that's when I started just eating all the dates. I was like, okay, tomorrow at some point, I'm going to either take him with me to the store or wait till my boyfriend gets home. When I get into this mental state, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if you had experience with binge eating or you can relate to this at all. But for me, it's like it's like a drive, like animals that have these drives. It's like a drive in me where once it starts, I can't stop until I break that drive. I can't stop until that like cycle or path or whatever that I've started in my head is fulfilled with the binge. Like, and it has to be like the right kind of binge. Like yesterday was not enough, kind of, because I didn't eat to the point of making myself sick. I didn't get like all my favorite, junk foods and stuff. I was just trying to eat stuff that was in the house and like mostly all my like healthy food. But I need to have this certain fix that gets me to this state of feeling like sick enough or bad enough or just having had enough. and then it like completes that cycle, and then it's like I come down, and then it's like a reset. And that's where I am right now, is I'm stuck in that path, and it hasn't reached extinction yet. And now I'm just like, I'm terrified. I'm just terrified because I'm like, okay, when is it going to strike again? Like, I wish I could articulate this better, but basically I still feel in that mindset that I had yesterday. And today's going to be a struggle. I'm going to show everything that I eat. Today is my, it's been another week has passed. I think I'm at week 9 now. And so I'm going to show my weight and my progress and all of that. I've gained weight. It sucks. And just what I eat today. So I don't know, maybe that'll help me stay on track better, but I also can't film what I eat in a day every single day because it's just too much. It was really starting to burn me out. So I need a system. I need something to help hold me accountable. And maybe it's just like taking pictures and posting them on the community tab. I have to figure out how to do that. But engaging with you on this channel does really help me. And I was looking at comments that people were leaving like yesterday, and even when I was like in the thick of it, feeling like absolute crap and eating, there was something about seeing those comments and having your encouragement that made me feel better. So, so I know I need to figure something out that is like sustainable, but does help hold me accountable. All right, we're gonna get to walking. This guy needs to walk a bit. This morning I was feeling really sorry for myself and just all in my feels because I just want to be healed from this. Like, I want to stop having these kinds of episodes. I wish I could just snap my fingers and be cured, or there was something I could do to just make it all better. After I got this out of my system, I decided I'm not going to let this get me down. It's just a bump in the road. I'm going to just pick myself up and keep going. Around 12:30 p.m., I still wasn't hungry yet, but I decided to make some of my favorite tea, mother's milk, in my giant green mug. I added a little bit of soy milk to this too. Around 2 o'clock, I munched on these baby carrots, cucumber, celery, apple, and bell pepper while I did a little bit of food prep. Leave a comment if you can guess this soundtrack we were listening to. She's a I'm getting ready to eat my first meal. It is 1:45, so it's a little later in the day than I usually have my first meal, but I just have not been hungry. I think since I ate so much yesterday, I felt like full even when I woke up, and I've had so much energy. So we got so many chores done. Like, we vacuumed the whole place. I even cleaned the vacuum. Like, you know how hair gets stuck like in the roller and it just, the filter can accumulate stuff. I cleaned all of that out. I cleaned the kitchen. I did the litter box. We went for a walk with a puppy. We did laundry. So we've been super productive. But now I am starting to feel hungry. So I have my component bowl of, this is steamed California mix. It's carrot, broccoli, and cauliflower. Black beans that I cooked in an Instant Pot yesterday. Steamed russet potatoes, cherry tomatoes, and green onion. And then I threw on a bunch of this Chipotle flavored Tabasco. And yeah, I'm gonna eat. Running is such a great emotional release for me. A lot of times I'll cry and then I'll laugh and I'm happy and just kind of all over the place. And then afterwards, I feel like I've been reset. And this is the strongest I've felt so far since I got back into running. Afterwards, I had this bowl of little baby Yukon Gold potatoes that I steamed in my Instant Pot. These were really yummy. I need to get these again. This morning I weighed 169.6, which was almost 3 pounds up from the day before. And this graph shows my weight from the last week. So yesterday I was 166.8. So yeah, almost 3 pounds up today. I had another little blip earlier in the week, my weight going up slightly, but for the most part, it was around 167, high 166s. So a week ago, you could see I was 167.2. So I'm basically 2.5 pounds up from last week, which is a huge bummer. I would have loved to end the week in the high 166s. I was feeling really proud of myself, but it is what it is. I hope this doesn't set me back too much for my goal of 160 pounds by my 40th birthday in July. We'll just have to keep going and see. But thank you so much for being here and following me and supporting me. Your support really means so much. It's gotten me through these hard times, and I love to hear from you. Let me know how you're doing in the comments, and I will check in with you again soon.